From February freezes, to droughts, to tornadoes, Mother Nature isn't always kind to Texoma.
Oh, good Lord.
I sat down with Matt Paz guy, John Cameron, and Chief Meteorologist Ken Johnson to find out about the challenges they face when forecasting the weather.
I want my viewers to not feel cheated, so I want to put together something easy, something creative, and I want to be as accurate as I possibly can. Those are the three main things you want to do in putting together your weather forecast.
It was clear in talking to these guys that the passion to forecast the weather starts taking root early in life.
When did you first start taking interest in the weather?
I think my initial interest, the thing I really liked, strangely enough, was maps and geography. I just completely nerded out as a child. You'd see the weatherman on television, and there's this big, glorious map behind him.
It was definitely when I was around 5 years old. Well, when I was a kid, I used to be terrified of weather, but it was that terror that eventually turned into a fascination.
And eventually put Ken within throwing distance of a twister.
Okay, about 75 yards. I was, back in my college days, we used to do a little storm chase, and I would actually make trips from Mississippi out to here to chase tornadoes a couple times a year.
What's the closest you've ever been to a tornado?
Maybe a mile and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which, you know, by today's standards, that's a pretty fair distance.
Yeah.
Some people try to drive right into them for some reason. I'll never understand that.
It was like 20 feet away.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, when I was younger, when I was about 7 years old, it went down the road straight towards our vehicle. We came to a stop, and as it was like 20 feet away from us, it swerved across the road and then tore up parts of the roof of a furniture store.
Texoma has seen its fair share of tornado damage. You can even find our area on the record books after Terrible Tuesday. The Skywarn 6 team will always be ready when severe weather strikes.
And now you're going to show us how you forecast the weather.
Yeah, let's go to the weather office.
The first item on our weather guys' agenda when they start their shift is to check our website, newschannel6now.com.
I got to look on our website to make sure everything is working right. Radar is updating correctly. All of our weather graphics are updating the way they're supposed to be.
After that, they look at satellite imagery.
And as you can see here, a lot of clouds around. We have a storm system that's moving across southwest Texas on this afternoon.
Ken says he next looks at computer weather model data.
What the weather model data is basically gives us a bit of an idea of what's going on in the atmosphere. It tells us where storm systems are located, where there's moisture. It talks about temperatures and that kind of stuff.
Then Ken takes the information from the models and applies his own knowledge of how these weather patterns typically behave in this area to predict such things as temperature and precipitation. Finally, he takes the data from his forecast to build the graphics that are displayed on the air during the broadcast.
Build our shows right here, and they're able to make it to air by using this computer right here.
What is your perfect day weather-wise? The perfect day.
I like sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky, 55 degrees with no wind. To me, that's ideal weather. You're not hot, you're not cold, you can have a pair of blue jeans on, you can wear a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt and be comfortable outside. To me, that is ideal. I like the winter season because around here we get a lot of those days.
I don't think it gets better than when it's about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun is shining and it's about 75 degrees. To me, that's perfect.
If we were to have a situation where we had thunder snow, I think that would be exciting to me.
From the Skywarn 6 Weather Center, Eric Crossland, News Channel 6.